Okay, this is clever. That was bloody wood. Is what they metal called. Okay, all right, cool. Check them out. For that, we had some Joel Haver. Go like and subscribe to him on the YouTubes for the funny shit. That was uncomfortably on point. Let's be honest. You ever watch any of those old romantic movies and they're kind of retrospect a little creepy now? Um, Neil Young. This note's for you, Pixies. Alec Eiffel start us off. Um, yeah, Neil Young, in case you hadn't been following, decided enough was enough, and because Spotify has decided that they really enjoy the work that Joe Rogan is doing for them, Neil Young went, "I'm out, gone," and I don't blame him. Joni Mitchell went too, and a couple others, and everybody's looking at Spotify like, "What the fuck, yo? This guy's an idiot." And then he did an apology on Instagram, but it wasn't an apology. It was just him being an idiot again. So that probably hasn't helped. By the way, if you are a Spotify subscriber and you've been there forever, and the only reason you haven't changed is because you just kind of got, stuck there and decided, why? It works. Maybe look around at some of the other options. There's YouTube Music. Not great, but pretty good. Apple Music, which everyone seems to rave about. Amazon Music. No. And if you're worried about how to migrate your stuff from Spotify, your playlists, and all that, there are tools and applications that will. You log into your Spotify account, it looks at it, it copies all the shit. You log into your new account, and it transfers everything over for you. So you don't need to stay. And apparently, the sound quality at most of the other places is better too. How about that? So it is a Monday. Couple things. Let's go through. First of all, I was randomly browsing the internet last night. No, it's not porn. Well, okay, you know what? In a way, it kind of is porn. And I'm upset with you. Yes, you. No, I'm displeased with you. And I'm gonna show you why. And I think you're gonna find that I'm very justified in being upset, okay? All right. Now I want you to hear me out because this was your fault. Um Take a look at this. You see that? You know what that is? Some of you out there, you geeks, are going, well, that's a Borg cube, Nash. What's the big deal there? Why are you upset with us about a Borg cube? No. This is not a Borg cube. This is not a pipe. This is a computer case. And it's not a one-off custom. They make them at mycherrytree.com. They make Borg Cube computer cases. Now, some of you are like, I don't understand why you're upset. And I'll tell you why. None of you told me this was a thing. Not one of you. Not one of you is free from sin. Not one of you told me this was a thing. Not one. And they don't just have this one. They have let's see. They have variations on this one. There's the Picard edition, spoilers for Picard, which is the artifact, the one with the damage section on it from the Romulan stuff. Yeah, there's that too. Neat, huh? And that one comes signed in a wooden crate. And you also get diagrams and a hoodie and all that shit. But wait, there's more, folks. There's a Pride edition. There's a Pride edition Borg cube. And if you look closely at the panels, they're rainbow colored. So they're slightly tinted. It's a gay Borg cube. That you put your computer in. It's a gay Borg cube. The Borg are gay now. Just deal with it. Just deal with it. Now, to be fair, the cheapest one they have is like $500 just for the computer case. And from what I can tell, without modification, the most airflow you can get through it is 120 millimeter fans, which is, for people like me, not entirely enough. I might have to mod that or ask them to mod it for me. Like, can you put some more airflow on that for me, please? I would like that. The Borg are gay. Guess what? That's you didn't know that, but it's true. This is the fabulous cube. I am fabulous of Borg. Oh, and also you get a Picard themed hoodie that comes with it for free. It looks really cool, right? And the LEDs, they can change color. There's fiber optic LEDs, lighting. Well, not fiber optic LEDs, but fiber optic lighting. They change color too. And guess what? Guess what they're working on next? If you want to be a tremendous geek, they're working on a Death Star computer case. I don't even know how the fuck they're going to do that. But they're building a Death Star computer case. Look at that. So if you're not into the Star Trek, maybe you like the Star Wars. Except I don't know, the whole idea of a Death Star computer case kind of implies your computer will explode. And then maybe if you put it back together, it'll explode again. So yeah, there's that. Also, what else was this week? So, long ago and far away, some of you will not remember this because it happened in 2007. And a lot of you were around for it, but not all of you. And some of you were very wee when it happened. Once upon a time, Boston. Are you familiar, my friends, with the Aqua Teen Hunger Forces? With the Shake Master and the Meatball and the Curly Fries Man. Are you familiar with that television program that aired on the Cartoon Network? Do you remember? Are you familiar with that? Now I want to take you back to 2007, which, if you weren't aware, shit was a little wild back then, and not in a fun way. We were just coming out of a very fucked up mentality, and still a lot of people hung on to it. for a long time because, well, we were all fucking traumatized. We were literally goddamn traumatized. 9/11 happened. We all, one morning, woke up and watched live on the television as people died. Bombs, when planes turned into bombs and people were jumping from the fire. It was terrifying. It's horrible. And we, as a nation, were traumatized. We had some psychic scarring that just didn't quite go away. So, and we had a war that of choice in the wrong country because we were idiots and we're like, well, you keep us safe, even though you're killing people who had nothing to do with this shit. But okay. 6 years later, into the midst of all this, one morning, transportation worker in Boston, looking at the train line, sees on a bridge. I'm going to show you what he saw, okay? He looks up and he sees this. This is what he saw. And some of you have no idea what the fuck this is. This is a Moonanite. You still have no idea what the fuck is going on. And that's fair. That's absolutely fair. This is a character from the Aqua Teen Hunger Forces. I think this is This is There are two of them. There's and Ignat. They live on the moon. And they hate the Earth because they think the moon is better. And they spend much of their time saying that the moon is better. And they do this while flipping people off. Okay? So Boston transportation worker sees this. It is a LED. Flatboard LED. There's a tiny circuit board over here. Couple capacitors, couple transistors. Resistors on the board because LEDs require resistors. These are all LEDs. All of these are LEDs. And 4 D batteries. He saw this and he called the police. Because we had all been trained. If you see something, say something. Except no one had ever really defined what the something we were supposed to see was. So if we saw anything, we said something. Even when we were being idiots. This, I don't know how to explain this to you all if you're watching this, but this is not a bomb. It's not. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Nash, there are circuit boards on it. Bombs have circuit boards. And there are batteries on it. You're thinking, Nash, bombs have batteries. But Nash, there are wires. Do you see those exposed wires? Bombs have exposed wires. And of course, as everyone knows, bombs are covered in bright lights to attract the eye to them. You see? So everyone can be looking at the bomb. Everyone will know where the bomb is. This is a courtesy so that you will see the bomb and know to leave the bomb's vicinity. This is for your protection from the terrorist bomb. You see, that's how that works. Well, the police got involved, as they are wont to do. And I think for a lot of you watching right now, you were young enough that this was your first moment that you started to understand there's something not right with the cops. In that, the cops, the mayor's office, everyone involved in Boston lost they goddamn minds. They found that they detonated one. There are many of these. They found one of these, and the bomb squad blew it up. The bomb squad blew up about 20 LEDs and 4D batteries. Because they're like, well, this could be a bomb. Now, if you're on the bomb squad, and you're looking at this, and you think this might be a bomb, you shouldn't be on the bomb squad. I would go so far as to say you are bad at your job. You probably should not be on a squad that identifies bombs, because it's not a bomb. It's not. Oh, there was another flavor, by the way. This is Ignat, in case you were curious. Also, not a bomb. And I appreciate that this one, they didn't go with the Duracells. The people who put this one up used the store brand batteries. Smart. What was going on with all this? This was one of the early attempts at guerrilla marketing. The 2007 internet was a very different place. YouTube hadn't really kicked in yet. We were still watching video on Real Player. I was still doing this show in audio because video streaming did not exist. Very different place. Aqua was about to have their movie come out. And they thought, to get attention for the movie, they were going to do this guerrilla marketing stunt. And in various cities across the country, San Francisco, a couple others, they sent people out. They paid people $300, and they gave them a bunch of these boards, and they say, put them in places where people could see them, but they're not easy to reach. The entire intent of these were for people to take them home. And this was just to get attention for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And that was the whole idea. It was like, okay, neato. And the olds lost their mind. I'm pretty sure the police in Boston were like, okay, now we can justify our budget. They're going to thank us for blowing this up. Boston shut the fuck down. January 31st, 2007. Boston shut the entire fuck down. Roads were closed. Everything was like, we don't know, there's bombs everywhere. The police were scaring the fuck out of everybody. The cops were scaring the fuck out of everybody. CNN showed up. And this was the surreal moment. You had people in the same building, Turner Broadcasting. At one end of the building, you have Adult Swim. And at the other end of the building, you have CNN. You have people sitting, and I'm not making this up, people sitting in the Adult Swim office watching CNN down the hall report on these suspicious devices, and they're looking at it and they're thinking, oh no. One of the employees, they went back and did some articles about this. One of the employees at Adult Swim literally got up and ran down the hall to CNN to try to get them to go, wait. It's not a bomb, guys. It's us. We did it. It's Turner. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So that was, it was a surreal moment. Over the course of the next few days, two of the people who were responsible for this, and I say responsible in the loosest sense of the term, they had been hired by a guerrilla marketing company to put these up on signposts. And everyone was calling this a bomb hoax, even though the intent of this was not to make anyone believe there was a bomb. All right, you have to take that into account. No one who was involved here wanted you to believe it was a bomb. What they wanted you to do was to take these home and watch their movie. There was no bomb anywhere, but the media was calling it a bomb hoax, even though that's not what it was. So two of the people involved, these poor bastards, who had been brought into this. What were their names? I gotta find it. Let's see. Peter Berdovsky, 27. Sean Stevens, 28 at the time. They were told, and I have to admire the chutzpah of these two. They were told, do not say anything about the case. Their lawyer told them, don't say anything about the case in front of the press. And the balls on these guys, which I have to appreciate this. Sarah, could you turn it down a little? I have to admire the chutzpah on these guys. There was a press conference, and they only took questions about 1970s hairstyles. Which you have to admit was not discussing the case. I mean, they were doing what their lawyer told them to. I have to admire that. Boston threw the book at these guys. The mayor threatened a litany of charges that would have put them in jail for 100 years. And they made such a big deal about it. Do you know what happened? They took a plea deal and they did community service. There's a big difference, I think. I'm not a mathematician, but I think there's a big difference between 100 years in jail and picking up trash on the side of the road. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know numbers, but it would seem to me that the mayor of Boston was so embarrassed, and the police of Boston looked like such total tools that they had to take it out on someone. And this is when I think we all learned, no matter how young you were, how old you were, this is a point we all learned a very important lesson about the cops. They lie. They're childish. They get to abuse the system and then get away with it. And if you didn't know it before, all of America got a front row seat to it. By the way, I found out something just the other night. Did you know that the people behind Aqua Teen Hunger Force actually made an episode about this? It was called Boston. They were ready to finish it up and air it, and Cartoon Network told them, "No, you can't. We're not going to let you." So they leaked it. The entire episode, it's slightly unfinished, but the entire episode is on archive.org. You can find the Aqua Teen Hunger, and they are salty. Oh my God, they are so fucking salty about it. I encourage you to look it up. It's an entertaining. It's not very good. They're mostly just pissed. So that happened. Some of you are like, what the fuck? And we're all like, yes. Yup. You might have been like, some of you might have been like, if you're watching the show right now, you shouldn't be 5 years old. Okay, we'll get you that one. But yeah, that was a moment. Now this is America. All right. Taking your request, somebody you want to hear, send us your request at radio.air.com. We got an hour, and it's going to be What the Fuck Is Wrong With You live. Oh, yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, this next one. I think you're going to appreciate this one as well. Because hell yeah. Come on. Come on, computer. Let's do this. Come on. I set it up and why do you have to be so fucking slow? I have 500 megabit per second download. And you're like, am I got to do something? What? I got to do things? What? I don't want to do things. By request. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Here's some D-Light, Radio Dead Air.
How do you say? De groovy? How do you say? De gorgeous?